and two, if you want to run a social media platform, other than what we're talking about, putting people in danger, doxing people, threatening people's lives, doing things that can cause direct harm to people, but the ability to express yourself in controversial ways, shouldn't we extend First Amendment protections to social media platforms?
I think this is a much more complicated question than it appears, because you get into the whole thing of obligation of service. There is, there was a cause celebrate on the right, actually, that would seem like a similar issue. Where, remember, there was the cake shop somewhere where they didn't want to serve,
Yes.
like a same-sex marriage thing. And
Yes.
again, this gets back to civility. But some people they have a very strong fundamental belief here that these people shouldn't be able to do this, that, or the other. And if you impose that on them, that requirement on them, they've got to serve, whatever their business is to these people that they don't like or that they don't agree with. There's a compulsion of service there. You start doing this with the internet, and then there's a completely different country. Let's say there's a website in Belgium that's now bound by American laws, that's bound by this. Twitter can't ban this person, even though they're against them. It seems like...
But isn't that a different argument, though? Because all these companies we're talking about, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, are all based in America. Now, I agree, imposing American First Amendment rights on a country
forever, particularly if the U.S. starts changing the laws. This is the interesting thing about internet companies, is they can headquarter
would that be their loophole?
Want.
Yeah. Would that be their loophole to get out of that? Just sell it to China?
Yeah, right. But I mean, it's more fundamentally, we have to recognize, either as a society, we can compel people to standards of civility, or we can't. And we need to decide how we handle that, because that's what all of these tie around, right? And I think we have forgotten, in many ways, we're not teaching people the golden rule well enough, because we are all angry. We are all in competition.
Yes.
And the funny thing is, the guy on the right who's poor and living in a trailer is not much different than, the hippie on the left who's scrounging out of dumpsters, and raising their black flag to go to a protest. They act like they could not be more different, but their economic circumstances could not be more similar. And the reality is, it's, the government, the lawmakers, and the business owners that are setting them at odds. And we are all getting lost in our own ideological differences. And losing sight of the things that actually tie us together, and that if we worked together, maybe we could change in a more meaningful way.